Act envisages that the statutory auditor, in addition to reporting to the shareholders, has to go one step ahead and report to the central government on discovery of any frauds during the course of audit. We have made a representation to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs that fraud reporting under the new Companies Act will be difficult, not very practical, because under the new Companies Act you need to report on all the frauds. Even a small fraud of 1,000 rupees, you as a statutory are expected to report to the central government. We have told necessary changes so that fraud reporting is restricted to only the material frauds which an auditor discovers in the course of audit. Number two, friends, on the issue of audit rotation, as you know, audit rotation has been introduced in India for the first time. Many countries who have planned to introduce audit rotation went back, but I think India took the lead in introducing audit rotation. But yes, one big advantage is that now audit rotation is restricted to public limited companies and large size private limited companies. It is not applicable to small companies, small private limited companies. As far as the cap on the number of audits is concerned, today you can carry a statutory audit of 30 limited companies, whether private limited and public limited companies. Now, the new Companies Act has put a cap of 20. What we have made a representation to the government is that the cap of 20 should exclude private limited companies, which the government has assured us they will definitely ensure that this particular cap of 20 that has been introduced, they will remove the private limited companies. On the issue of National Financial Reporting Authority, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, we have said that there is no need for multiplicity of regulators. The Institute of Chartered Accounts of India is doing a good job, and they have not notified the rules in respect of the National Financial Reporting Authority. One new development that has taken place 10 days back, we launched a repository of independent directors. This is a joint initiative of the Institute of Chartered Accounts of India, Cost Accountants of India, and the Company Secretaries of India. So those of you who are interested to serve on the boards of companies can you can upload your profiles on the repository of independent directors, and this portal is being managed by all the three institutes jointly. You please go to the institute website, press on the repository of independent directors, and you can upload your profile. I see it's a great opportunity for our members who would like to serve on the boards of corporates in the country to offer themselves. And we plan to conduct capacity building programs on independent directors, because today the independent director's role is quite challenging. The new Companies Act has brought in a lot of penalties and prosecution, not only for auditors, even for independent directors. So we see that as chartered accountants, if you are taken on the board of various corporates, you need to understand what are your rights, responsibilities, duties. We are conducting independent directors capacity building programs. We are also launching a certification course on independent directors so that more and more professionals can offer themselves to be on the board of various corporates in India. Then in addition to this, what we have also said is, we are coming up with a guidance note on fraud reporting, we are coming up with a guidance note on internal financial controls, and we see a lot of opportunities for our profession in the field of internal audit under the new Companies Act. Friends, here I would like to talk upon the new curriculum, which the second thing which I would like to touch upon is the new curriculum. 2005 was when the curriculum of the institute was changed. We already traveled 10 years. There is a need for us to have a modern curriculum, a global curriculum, and I'm happy to inform you that we have conducted a series of meetings in Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, Chennai, and we also had a special meeting in Agra. We have sent an online questionnaire to all the members to give their view on the curriculum. We want your feedback, whether the articleship period should be for 3 years or 3.5 years, whether specialization should be built in at the final level, whether we need to have an open book system. We also want your suggestions on ITT1, ITT2, articleship training, whether it should be under a member industry, member in practice. We've asked you a lot of questions. Please give all your suggestions so that we are able to come out with a curriculum that will be futuristic, and it would help the next generation chartered accountants to have the benefit of a new curriculum. As far as the issue of bank audit is concerned, currently the threshold limit is 20 crores. We have made a representation when myself and the Vice President met the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, Mr. Raghu. We made it very clear that as an audit regulator, we would want audit to be been introduced for all bank branches, irrespective of the size of the branches. And we have made a representation not only to the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, but to the Honorable Finance Minister. And we expect, yes, they will look into it positively. And considering the developments taking place in the banking industry today, the responsibility of our profession has increased. I think today bank branch audits are conducted by all of us. There's a need for us to see how best we can improve the quality of professional work. Especially when you're conducting concurrent audit, you should ensure that the staff you're recruiting for concurrent audit are well trained. They are aware of what is expected of the concurrent audit. Because friends, what is happening is if you do not do a good job of carrying out a concurrent audit, the credit department of the bank are straight away referring such cases to the disciplinary committee. So my request to all the members present here, if you're doing any assignments from the bank, especially in the area of concurrent audit, you need to ensure that you put in quality manpower, train them and see that they do a good job so that you do not get into any problem. As far as the tax audit is concerned, I think members are aware the CBDT has come out with a circular. There are some confusion as far as whether the date of filing could be extended to 30th of November. That is not the intention of the government. The government is very clear. They want all the tax returns to be filed before the 30th of September. Yes, as far as the notification is concerned, there have been some concerns of the drafting of the CBDT notification. We are also looking into it. But the message is very clear from the CBDT that they want all the returns to be filed before 30th September. But as far as filing of tax audit report is concerned, they have given a 2-month extension. As far as the disciplinary cases are concerned, I am very happy to inform all the members that all the disciplinary cases have been put on the fast track. All the cases filed before the institute for 2007 has been completely cleared, and we would like to see in the next 1 or 2 years we bring the entire disciplinary cases on what you can say on a fast track mode. Here I would like to inform the members that when you're taking assignments, new audit assignments, please ensure that you take a no objection from the previous auditor. Even to this day, many members of our institute are filing complaints against our own members stating that audit assignments are being taken without taking prior consent of the previous auditor. Please ensure that whenever a new audit assignment comes to you, very religiously, by a registered post, acknowledgement due, you communicate to the previous auditor. It is a duty of the previous auditor to see that he gives you a no objection. In case you do not get a no objection certificate within the reasonable time, I think you need to wait for it, because many times with chartered accountant, they're conducting a tax audit, they send a request for a no objection on 28th of September or 27th of September. They don't get the no objection from the previous auditor and they end up before the institute. Many complaints are being filed, and my request to all the members present here is that you need to ensure that you work within the ethical framework of the institute so that you don't get into any sort of an embarrassment tomorrow. As far as signing of Africa, a country like Africa, South Africa has adopted IFRS in 2007. So there is a need for us to understand that we're putting standards. The finance minister has made a big bang announcement in the budget. And 2015 is when it is optional, and 2016 is mandatory. We have launched certification courses for all of you, and it is not very difficult at all for you to learn these new reporting standards. I have gone through these standards. I can only say that there is a need for you to understand, because fair value accounting will come into the picture. Valuation will be a new game, and it is absolutely essential for us to understand how we can help companies to migrate into an IFRS era. And today, 130 countries are following IFRS in the preparation of financial statements. And as India as a country cannot get isolated from what is happening in the world, we have to integrate with them. And the government has very rightly decided that IFRS would be made applicable to companies from 2016. The Ministry of It is indeed a matter of pride for us to share with our honorable guests that the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is the second largest accounting body, a profession which is looked upon with high esteem, a popular profession. And today, sir, you might be aware that a few years back, a girl by the name Prema Jaikumar, daughter of an auto rickshaw driver from Mumbai, got the first rank. And recently, when we announced the results for the CA final examination, we had 2 rank holders, one daughter of a grocery store owner and another student who was the son of a carpenter who qualified as chartered accountants. You will be surprised to know, sir, the pass percentage, as Mr. Anuj Goyal rightly said, is extremely low. But the reason why it is popular is because there are plenty of opportunities for chartered accountants in India. Opportunities are there in the traditional sectors like banking, financial services, insurance, manufacturing. Even in the new generation sectors like IT, ITS, retail, infrastructure, telecom, a whole lot of opportunities are there for our young CAs. And the average pay package for a young CA is rupees 8.4 lakhs today, which I'm sure no other professional can boast of. We are conducting campus interviews for the benefit of our young members who are qualifying in about 21 locations across the country, and I can only say that the opportunities are increasing by the day. When you go outside the country, the Indian chartered accountants are looked upon with high esteem. You go to the Gulf region, there are more than 15,000 chartered accountants in a place like Dubai, 1,500 CAs, in a place like Abu Dhabi, about 600 CAs, Muscat, Doha, Bahrain. You name the place in the Gulf region, our Indian CAs are doing extremely well and they are in great demand. You go to Australia, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, plenty of chartered accountants from India are offering their services to the economy there. Again, you come to Singapore. Singapore is one new destination where it's become very popular for the young CAs to go to Singapore and take up new attractive careers. So what I would like to say, sir, our profession is accepted globally. Even in India, profession is looked upon with high esteem and our members are doing an excellent job in all the sectors of the economy. And another important reason, sir, why our profession is popular is that it is an affordable professional course. A student can join the CA course and within rupees 25,000 rupees can complete the chartered accountancy course. Whereas if a student has to do medical or engineering, he has to spend lakhs of rupees. That is the reason why we find students from simple backgrounds, humble backgrounds are joining the CA course and they're able to bring about a transformation in the family. When I was speaking to Prema Jaikumar and when I asked her what motivated her to do CA, she said, sir, I came to know about the CA course in a newspaper. It's a very popular course. And when she went up to her dad and asked her, Daddy, I would like to do CA, the first question her dad asked, what is the cost of this course? When she told him it cost 25,000 rupees, he said, please go ahead. As an auto rickshaw driver, I can afford that kind of investment on education. And today, she's successfully working in a company. She has brought about a transformation in the family, in her family. Sir, to help the students coming from background, a simple background, we have set up more than 97 reading halls across the country so that they can come to the institute and prepare. We have set up 147 technology labs to provide technology training. We are also trying to see how best we can provide scholarships to the deserving students so that they can join the professional course, and we are operating in 147 branches across the country. As far as the new government is concerned, sir, we are extremely delighted. As a profession, we are happy. India is a happening economy. The entire world is looking at India. We have a new government, a dynamic Prime Minister, a dynamic Finance Minister, Mr. Arun Jaitley, who was with us on the 1st of July, and he was in full place for the profession. We have assured him our complete support as a profession, sir. We would like to support your new government in kickstarting the economy. I know that you have a good agenda before you. The Honorable Finance Minister has presented a growth-oriented and progressive budget. Many of our suggestions that were given by the Institute in the pre-budget memorandum has been considered by the Ministry of Finance. We talked about a simplified tax regime. We talked about retrospective taxation, the need to tame inflation, current account deficit, and the need to increase foreign direct investments. Many suggestions of the Institute have been considered favorably by the Ministry of Finance. Sir, today the cost of compliance for running companies in India is very high. We also made a suggestion that yes, the new government should look at reducing the cost of compliance so that companies don't go to other investment-friendly nations. And the ministry has very rightly announced, Honorable Finance Minister, setting up an e-biz platform within a period of 6 months where all the approvals will be obtained in a single window format. So what we would like to say, sir, that the entire profession is keen to help the new government in kickstarting the economy, and we can look forward for a vibrant and resurgent India. Our previous speakers talked about the various concerns, GST, the need for a very big tax reform, fraud reporting under the new Companies Act, the new financial reporting standards. Yes, we as a profession are completely ready to face all these challenges. We are working closely with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. We have conducted more than 1,500 investors awareness programs last year. We as a profession feel we have a commitment to society to educate the investors so that they make the right kind of investments. This year, we have taken a decision that we continue to help the Ministry of Corporate Affairs in conducting investments awareness program. We've also suggested to the Ministry of Finance, or Honorable Finance Minister, that we need to switch over to actual system of accounting, because we find that many countries around the world are switching over to actual system of accounting. We also have a very important role to play in strengthening the banking sector, and only one thing I could say, sir, we are all committed to the growth agenda of the new government. As far as the members are concerned, I have only two suggestions. Yes, our profession is a profession that is looked upon by all the stakeholders. There is a need for us to continuously learn. Lifelong learning is what should be the new mantra. You need to continuously learn. And for that, we have leveraged on technology extensively. Last 6 months, we have rolled out many initiatives for all of you. We have what is known as a knowledge gateway. We have a mobile app to you. We have a digital library. We have embraced social media. We have made publications online. We have ensured that all our webcasts and e-learning courses are available at your doorstep. So learning is available at your doorstep, and there's a need for all of you to get into lifelong learning. Number two, specialization is set in. Like in the medical profession, we find that the profession of chartered accountancy also has moved into need of specialization. Today, chartered accountants having the knowledge of international taxation, chartered accountants having the knowledge of forensic audit, fraud detection, chartered accountants having the knowledge of ERP implementation are in great demand. And I would request each one of you present here that yes, you have to build new skill sets. We have 14 certification courses, and these courses will help you to build the right kind of specialization. And finally, as an institute, we are completely aware the role we as a profession has to play, and we would like to position ourselves to say that yes, India is having the biggest number of accounting professionals, and we would like to say has across the world, like how India is known for the IT industry, way forward, the entire world look at India as the biggest hub for accounting professionals. With these few words, I'm extremely thankful to the Bhubaneswar branch for having invited us, and I'm sure all of you will have a great conference today and tomorrow, wherein you'll have an opportunity to listen to some of the top experts in the country, and good luck to all of you.